Hey, welcome to the DA Wrestling Podcast here. This is the Raw Review. It's Monday. Also, we will going to go over Backlash in France with a hot crowd. We're going to start off with that one first, and we're going to talk a little bit about Drew McIntyre, which was going to lead into Raw anyway, folks. So, every down below, we'll just follow down below. The first minutes, time spent down below. Okay, cool. Sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Every time you guys do, it's a little click for you guys, but it's a big thing for us. Thank you very much. Doug, how are you?
This is gonna be the rough. Doug's got a rough voice episode.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. It could be a lot worse.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
So yeah, Backlash. Okay, started off with the best match you could possibly start off with. Uh,
yeah, that was like
Blood,
just a hell of a match to start off with. And that crowd
Bloodline,
was nuts.
and this crowd. I talked to a buddy of mine,
Yeah,
and he follows a guy
yeah,
um who posted a video the day after Backlash,
yeah.
and motherfucker couldn't talk.
Yeah.
Just like I can't talk right now.
Mhm.
But it was, I said it to you earlier,
Yeah.
or I said it to him earlier, that that was like a soccer crowd
Oh, yeah.
in a wrestling event.
Oh, yeah.
They sang Orton to the ring. They sang Cody to the ring. That entrance with Jey Uso was fucking awesome.
That was insane.
That was fucking awesome. Okay.
Was that like
And
11 or 12,000 people doing that?
yeah. So back to this match, right?
Yeah.
Uh so before the bell even rings,
Yeah.
uh, they start brawling.
Absolutely.
And to the point, Nick Aldis comes out, makes it a street fight.
Best
Great call.
decision. Best
Great
decision they could
call.
have made. Best decision they could have made.
And they just went ham. They went
Oh,
about
yeah.
25 minutes of just beating the living shit out of each other.
Oh yeah, and there was a lot of good funny spots. I could watch Kevin Owens fight Tama Tonga all day, like literally
Oh,
fight all day. Like it was just I just wanted to watch them just go. It was just hilarious. Like
just wait
him
till
and Owens just have some really good chemistry together, considering they've never wrestled.
just wait, dude.
Oh
Like
yeah.
they're gonna have a singles match somewhere in this
Oh, but
program
definitely going to have a singles match at some point, right?
and have like Randy take on Solo or something.
Yeah.
But
Randy had a lot of fun too. There's one point where he teased jumping off the barrier, then he just, nah, I'm not doing that shit. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Like, a lot of big spots there. Always putting Tam. I was, you know what? I know it was like Tama Tonga's first match really in WWE. He almost like got christened by fire there because he got beat up by Owens for like say a good portion of that match.
yeah, he took a
Like
beating.
like
Um,
Kevin put him through a table, and then Kevin put Solo through a table, like forcefully.
and then we'll get to the end of the match here.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
by the
let's
way, our prediction of three RKO's or gun stuns, it was one.
there's
Just
one.
so
Yeah.
just Solo on the table.
Yeah.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. Owens hits a fisherman buster through like six chairs
Yeah.
in the
That
ring
was yeah. Like I said, Tama got beat up.
to Tama, right? And the ref counts one, counts two, and then gets tripped up and pulled out of the ring by not Jacob Fatu.
Like everybody thought it was gonna be like nobody saw this one coming.
It
Everybody
was
thought it was
Tanga
Jacob
Loa.
Fatu. Tonga
It was
Loa.
it was Tanga Loa, Thomas' little brother.
The look on Paul Heyman's face when he saw it was Tanga Loa
I gotta
was
get this out of the way.
yeah.
Here's the thing. Tanga Loa, I realized like after it happened
Yeah.
was Camacho 10 years
Yeah.
ago
Yeah, with the Unico.
when he was with Unico. So that was
And
what,
in
2010.
and in
And
TNA with Drew Galloway and Eli Drake.
Oh yeah, I forget the name of their fucking group.
The Rising. Didn't
Rising.
last very,
Right.
didn't last very long in TNA.
No, because Drew won the world title.
Yeah.
Drew won the world title and then signed back to WWE.
Yeah.
So they just dropped the whole thing.
Yeah.
And well, yeah, LA Knight became a big star out of that.
Yep.
And I mean Tonga Loa, I mentioned this when we were talking about New Japan a while back.
Yeah.
GOD,
Gorillas
Gorillas of Death are in WWE. They are a record 7-time IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions.
They made mention of mention that too, I believe. I think during the show. No, they didn't call them Gorillas of Destiny, but they hinted at it's their destiny to be there, or it was Guerrilla Warfare Night and then Destiny to be there. So they kind of mentioned Gorillas as Gorillas of Destiny,
Well,
but not
Big
exactly
E,
Gorillas of Destiny.
Big E on the kickoff straight up mentioned Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah, really.
And
I missed the kickoff, so I'll work on it.
yeah, so did I. But I saw the clip.
Okay.
But and they were talking about it during the match, Graves and Cole.
Yeah.
That
He's
Tom is a 7-time IWGP Tag Team Champion and a 4-time never open weight champion.
yeah.
Uh,
They're
I actually only thought he held the never title once, which was when he beat Carl Anderson.
yeah.
When Anderson came back to WWE like
Mhm.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
Um,
I remember they let him go to New Japan to finish off that
yeah,
story.
yeah. So the reason why Tanga Loa was such a surprise is New Japan didn't announce that his contract was up.
Nobody knew his contract was up.
Nobody knew his contract. New Japan didn't give him a farewell like they gave Tama Tonga.
No, from what I understand, a lot of people in New Japan did think very highly of Tanga Loa. So
Just please don't bring in their 7-foot brother Hikuleo.
there's talk that his contract is ending sometime in June or
Oh,
July. So
oh my God.
so the way it looks right now, and I said to you earlier, I think that on Backlash was you realize that a lot of the original Bullet Club now is in WWE,
The only
which
guy,
I never really thought would ever actually like. I don't think anybody ever saw this one ever coming.
the only guy missing
Yeah,
is Bad Luck Fale.
yeah, and that's their no, that's just a friend of the family, but they're all from the same island.
Right, but that's Bad Luck Fale.
Yeah,
He's still in New Japan.
yeah.
Um, look,
So
kudos to WWE because
yeah,
I did not see the Gorillas of Destiny angle coming here.
I don't think anybody ever saw Gorilla Destiny ever in WWE, let alone like let
Right.
alone Tama Tonga being in WWE or Tonga alone. Nobody ever saw this coming.
Well,
Nobody.
I heard once Tama came along, it was maybe a foregone conclusion that Loa was coming.
But not this quick.
I don't know. I didn't think it was going to be this quick either. Again, we were all thinking it was Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Well, that was the well. Apparently, he's still set to debut in WWE, but they don't know
Yeah.
when. My guess is probably Clash at the Castle,
Oh God.
or because that they're really pushing that right now, or possibly King of the Ring of Saudi Arabia, because we're going to talk about that on Raw actually, because they started the
Yeah.
tournament tonight.
Right.
But quick thing here though before we move on to the rest of backlash. So we're probably going to get it. The Usos versus the Gorillas of Destiny.
Very much looking forward to that, especially if we can get like 2021 or 2022 Usos.
Yeah,
Like
like the longest reigning tag team champion Usos.
right. Like give me that Usos versus the Gorillas of Destiny.
Mm.
And they'll tear the place down.
Yeah, that's pretty much like your main event.
but there was a brief interaction backstage between Jay and the
Solo.
Bloodline.
Yeah.
Solo, God, and Heyman gave him like the most worrisome look
Yeah. Well,
you'll ever.
like you don't realize how much Paul Heyman really knows about wrestling there, but he knew exactly who Tonga Loa was. Like it's not like he just sat there like, oh, who the hell's this? He knew exactly who Tonga Loa was,
Of course.
right? And it's just like, and they all like even like I like how they're mentioning who it is, like who it actually. I like what they're doing now, where they're not pretending like New Japan doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah.
They're not pretending like the TNA doesn't exist anymore. I like where they're going and how they're doing this now.
We'll speak more on that in the main event
We
because
will.
Cole brought up something during AJ's entrance I want to talk about.
Okay. So after that, we got to the triple threat women's match. Tiffany Stratton versus Naomi versus your champion Bailey. Good match. I didn't really find anything wrong with it. I think it was a foregone conclusion that Bailey was going to win this. It was no doubt in anybody's mind. But I think I'm still thinking Stratton to win that Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
There's no way she's not. There's
Yeah.
no way she's going to be the champion sometime soon.
Bailey won with some crafty roll-up reversal to Naomi.
Yeah.
And they embraced afterwards, and it
Yeah.
was all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
What
After
was
that,
next?
though, we got to WWE title match. Damian Priest versus Jey Uso. And boy, did this place light up for Jey Uso. That song
all
is
12,000.
How that song got over, like the way it has, is hilarious.
It's funny because people clowned on Roman when the Shield broke up because he kept the music. The Usos broke up and Jay kept the music, and no one says shit.
Jay kept the music, but it's slightly changed, right? But it's not.
Yeah, and so was Roman's.
Yeah. I mean, I never had a problem with Roman keeping the
I
Shield
know.
music anyway, but I know some people did. Like, I mean, there is tribalism, and that's part of the tribalism, and all that's crap. So,
No. I just remember at the time.
Yeah.
The talk on, but anyways,
this was a good match. I don't think it really needed. I mean, I understand for story purposes, they moved in with the JD McDonough and Finn Balor thing. I understand because I think somewhere down the line, Finn Balor will challenge David for that title. But
if he holds it that long,
well, that's just it.
Right. There's stories you can tell with Damian Priest, but
Yeah,
it depends on their Drew McIntyre plan.
Right now I'm liking Damian Priest actually as the champion. He's kind of grown on me. I was kind of I kind of was like not too sure. I'm not on the fence about it, but kind of liking it right now.
Yeah.
So, it was a good match though all around for the most part. South of Heaven from the ropes, pretty cool. Right. It was a good match. I didn't think nobody ever saw Jey Uso was going to win this match anyway. So
after the match, JD and Finn try to attack Jay, and Damian gets in both their faces and starts shoving them around.
And we're going to talk about that on Raw too, because there's a response on that one.
Yeah, they kicked off Raw, so
yeah,
we'll talk about that in a minute. Right. But yeah,
new tag team champions.
Oh yeah, no, color me
obvious.
Yeah, although the strength displayed by Jade Cargill to throw Kairi Sane around like that to set up Jaded, was impressive as fuck. I know she did it to somebody in AEW, but I think it was Sky Blue. I think I saw someone say.
Yeah.
She did Sky Blue, the exact same thing, but still. I don't care how many times she does it.
Yeah,
it's impressive. It's impressive as fuck.
Yeah. No surprise here. They won the tag team titles. It's not surprising. I think they're really trying to push. Like maybe they're finally going to try to get the tag team titles right for the women finally. instead of just having somebody just hold them for the sake of holding them.
Well, that's the thing. The first women's tag team champions were Sasha and Bailey. You put them on
Yeah,
big stars.
yeah.
You establish the titles, right?
I
And
don't think it really came of it. It wasn't, you know.
right,
Maybe this
I
time
just
they'll. Maybe this time they'll do better. You know. But I think, I mean, I think the long term story in this though is eventually they will lose the titles, and eventually one of them will turn heel, leading to
yeah.
a match somewhere. Probably Mania. So I'm assuming we're gonna have a title run for them for a while, and then I'm guessing around the Rumble, something's gonna happen.
Oh boy, what a
But
long year this is going to be.
yeah, I'm guessing.
Um,
After this, AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. What do you got
so
to say?
right. So first of all, Corey Graves talked about the phenomenal chant that the crowd kept doing.
Yeah,
Um, but Cole brought up something very interesting
what's that?
that AJ wore gear
Oh, that's right.
that
I heard about this.
was a callback to the gear he wore the night he beat Dusty Rhodes. Now Cole used some revisionist history. AJ was the champion
Yeah,
in that match, but he did beat Dusty Rhodes for
yeah.
the title, like with the
Keep the
title
title.
on the
Yeah.
line. Yeah. So I mean, I know what Cole was implying, but that's not what happened.
Oh no,
But still, the
no.
the callback. I love anything early TNA, man.
That's early AJ Styles. That's early phenomenal
Very,
one.
very early.
Very
Um,
early. That's still I Am song, which I know AJ's not
but
the biggest fan of anymore.
they had like 4 different versions of it before they gave him something completely new.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, anyways, Cody comes out, the crowd sings Cody to the ring. Way better than London did last year. Um, but
I'm really liking these out of out of North America pay per view. Sometimes like they're
yes,
I think the crowds are like because you're gonna see differences in the crowds. Like I mean, you see it all the time in North America with the crowds. A lot of them, like depending on where they are in North America,
hmm?
right? I know like when they're here in Toronto, it's usually quite a lot of fun. But when you see them say like in like Green Bay or Baltimore, it's not always the same kind of like type of crowds.
No, the only ones you can like guarantee you'll have a hot crowd is like New York, Chicago, Toronto,
Montreal.
Montreal.
The last time they were in Vancouver, which was a long time ago now,
Well,
it
but that's
wasn't
kind of
bad.
an anomaly. I'm talking about places they go to quite often.
Oh, quite often. Okay, fair enough.
Um, those are like, and then I guess maybe anywhere in the Carolinas is typically a very hot crowd.
Typically, where wrestling was really wrestling, like well, a lot of that Eastern Seaboard
Yeah,
area was very eastern to
then
slightly
yeah,
central U.S.
Boston's another really good
Boston,
crowd,
yeah,
but outside of those ones, it's like you get a lot more casuals,
yep,
which is fine. I love
yep,
it.
yeah.
Um,
They know who they know, and they like who they like.
right. This match was really good. I saw
Yeah,
people say it was better than Osprey and Danielson. I doubt it. Um,
the, mm,
no,
I haven't seen the Osprey Danielson match yet, but I've watched this one too, and I
I bet
guarantee
you it's
you
not.
it's nowhere close.
No, no.
No,
It's a
I've seen,
really
yeah,
listen. It's a really good match.
of course it is, absolutely,
Um, but don't hold it to that high of a standard.
yeah. That's
That that is as good of a pay-per-view main event as you can get.
without being
Um,
WrestleMania.
yeah, like you put on, a big money and the crowd made it feel like it was a big deal.
Yeah,
Um, but Cody,
Cody retained, and everyone saw that coming, and that was the right move because you don't need to do anything with Cody right now. Just let him win the title, hold the title when you're
Yep.
ready. Do some good stories, like I said, I think we mentioned before last week on SmackDown, the Oregon one will probably come at some point.
So later Saturday afternoon,
Yeah,
during the Kentucky Derby,
yeah.
they announced that WrestleMania 41 will be in Las Vegas, April 23rd and 24th, which
No,
apparently
19th and 20th, actually, 19th and 20th.
19th and 20th.
Yeah.
Apparently that's Easter weekend.
Well, I guess I know I'm doing Easter.
Oh, but yeah,
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Okay, cool. The road to Vegas begins.
Yeah.
Um,
Well,
all right.
and they say too, there was rumors it was supposed to be in Minnesota originally, but I heard rumors, I said, well, I think I mentioned it on here or to you, that WrestleMania will be in Vegas this year, coming up, and then Toronto,
Hopefully.
hopefully. Now, Tony Khan's reason said is not doing it in Minnesota was because it's cold, but Minnesota, where they're going to do it, is where the Vikings play, and that's an indoor stadium. That has a retractable
Yeah.
roof. So I don't know what that bowl holds for Toronto, but we'll find out.
Well, yeah, exactly.
But I'm
So
sure if they do it in Toronto, it's going to be at the Dome, which
it would
is
it would have to
which will
be.
be which will be closed. So
Yeah, whatever.
that logic makes no sense. But anyway,
Um, so I was on my way home from work this afternoon,
yeah,
and I get on the bus.
yeah,
I just happen to pop up Twitter,
yeah.
and the first post I see was posted 5 minutes prior.
Mm-hmm.
It was a video of Adam Pearce
Oh yes.
announcing that Drew McIntyre was medically disqualified to compete tonight, before he was pulled from the King of the Ring.
Yeah.
Raw starts, Judgment Day comes out.
Yep.
Damien apologizes for what happened when he got in their faces at Backlash.
Yeah. I really switched to heelish all of a sudden.
Yeah, and then Finn had everyone thinking that he was going to get a first round bye.
Yeah. You was kind of thinking originally, right? I mean, they've done that before. It's not like they haven't done that before.
Yeah, possibly, but no.
Nope.
Adam Pearce comes out. Finn Balor's new opponent is Jey Uso.
Must
Good match.
have been Finn's dismay.
Yeah,
But
good match. McIntyre came over
halfway,
the
yeah,
barricade.
yeah, just staring a hole into the Jey Uso, just staring a hole into him like he just ate his last piece of cake.
So end of the match, Finn hits a sling blade,
Yeah.
goes for the shotgun drop kick, but gets met with a spear. And Jay wins, moving on to the quarters next week.
Oh, it's gonna be a good one next week, but we'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
Drew gets in the ring, continues to stare a hole into him. Eventually leaves the ring. You see, cut to the back after a commercial break. Drew and just going at Pierce, but and just ripping into him like this is crap. You never should have said it that you had your elbow. We had to take a look and yada yada yada. So Drew gets in his lovely new car. If I'm correct, that
Looked like a Ferrari.
looks like a Ferrari or a Lambo. The back door looks like a Corvette though. But anyway,
I know.
it's been a while since I've looked in my cars. But yeah, anyway, this is our car. After he drives away, CM Punk pulls up. Gets out of the car, says he's late. He'll hit my music. As he's walking to the ringside, though, walking to the ring just before he gets to Gorilla, he yells out, "Hey, Redmond, how about them Maple Leafs?" And just continues walking.
Oh my God, I didn't even hear him say that.
You miss that?
I missed that.
Oh, I personally heard he's like, "Hey, Redmond." If anybody doesn't know who that is, that is Jackie Redmond. She used to be on the Score here in Toronto for years before it turned into Score 360. So she's from Toronto, big Leaf fan, big Jays fan. Currently works for the NHL Network as well, if I'm correct.
Yep.
And so she's also the one that apparently slept with Josh Donaldson, from what I understand. Anyway,
Like that matters.
like that matters. But anyway, so that's where Jackie Red was, because she's a giant Maple Leafs fan. That was actually pretty comical. See a punk to say that. Walked on by, said hi to the Alpha Academy, went in, and kind of very, very fun. Kind of held them hostage for about 5 to 6 minutes to see if Drew McIntyre was going to come back.
Yeah, and then basically just recap their whole feud. And
Yeah,
he made a line about being a joke artist and said to Pat, not like in two different ways. And I guess it was a shot at Jack Perry and the all-in bullshit. I don't
that
care.
was literally what it was. Yeah, that was literally a shot at the Olive thing. And who cares at this point?
I don't care.
Nobody cares anymore. But anyway, after that, you get Natalia versus Io Sky. Yeah,
Io wins
yeah,
over the moonsault.
yeah. Dan Control got some promos saying that they're going to be back on. They're back on Raw now. They're going to run Raw. They did before, and they're going to come after Becky Lynch, and they're going to come after everything, get the titles back. And Dakota Kai also mentioned too that tonight she will be replacing Asuka, because Asuka apparently is hurt.
Everybody's fucking getting hurt, huh?
Yep. So, but that's okay. After
So
that,
let's just quickly go over these
well,
the
after
rest of
that,
these King of the Ring matches.
well, after that match, we got after that we got Dragunov versus Ricochet.
Great match.
Awesome match.
Dragunov wins with an H-bomb.
And that match next week of Jey Uso versus Ilya Dragunov is going to probably be an event for that night.
Quite possibly, but
Unless there's something else that goes on, but I'm pretty sure that's probably be the main event for the match.
Yeah, whatever. That's fair.
It's gonna be a hell of a good match.
I agree.
Although who would win that, I'm not too sure.
Dragunov.
Yeah,
Actually,
right?
no. Give it to Jey.
Well,
There's a story you can tell here where Jey is a last minute replacement.
Yeah.
And wins the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
And he gets that rematch with Gunther.
Which I wonder though if they're gonna do, or they're gonna set Gunther versus Dragunov for the last match for the final for Raw.
Good.
Anyway, it's a good match. Either way, I think somebody's gonna like. Either way, I think everybody turns out winners on this one. I think.
Right, but we don't know who Gunther's second round opponent's going to be because Chad Gable versus Bronson Reed ended in a no contest.
Yeah, after Sami Zayn interfered. Oh, by the way, before that match though, Starks versus Ivy Nile in the women's qualifier.
So
Starks won. Yeah. After that, yeah. So as he was saying, Gable versus Bronson Reed match, and in DQ, Zayn interfered. At the end of it, though, Bronson Reed stood tall, walked to the back, told Pierce, "Yes, know what you have to do." All he wants the IC title. Doesn't care who he faces for it. Later on, though,
something tells me this is going to give Gunther a bye to the final.
Maybe. Later on, though, we do get that actual match. Gable versus Gunther. Sorry, versus Zayn versus Bronson Reed at King of the Ring in Saudi Arabia.
Nice. Also, Braun Breaker was upset he wasn't in the King of the Ring tournament.
Yeah, I kind of missed that part.
R-Truth, I'm tired of his shit. So, he tried to put the tag team titles on the line against the entire UConn men's basketball team.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I think that sets up Gunther to the final.
Probably more than likely.
And then what? It was.
So after that, we got Lyra Valkyrie promo.
Okay.
about her, who she is, and all stuff. Because she's new. Like if you don't watch NXT, you're not gonna know who Lyra Valkyrie is.
Yeah, so that brings us to Lyra Valkyria and Dakota Kai.
Before that, though, was a Becky Lynch interview.
Yeah.
Which Michael Cole came out. She talked about how she went to the Derby wearing a stupid hat.
Seth, like, he cut his hair.
And shaved his beard.
Yeah.
They went with the Derby. She represented the WWE. Talked about a bunch of stuff. She's looking forward to the new breed and new blood that's coming on here. And, it was fine. It's fine.
Gets interrupted by Liv Morgan.
Exactly. And Liv was getting all upset that she's doing all these things here and Becky still won't acknowledge her. Well, in 3 weeks' time, at King and Queen in Saudi Arabia, Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan for the title.
Cool.
Now, you don't think they're going to put the title on Liv in Saudi Arabia, do you?
I could see it.
I can see it too. I was just asking if you think that's might happen.
I'll still probably take Becky Lynch for that, but I could see it. It wouldn't shock me.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled the trigger there as well. I think it also depends on how far Ripley is away from the ring now.
Yeah, that's fair too.
Right? I think they might put that title on her when it gets close to when Ripley's back, and then I'm gonna put the title on her. I can see that happening.
Right.
But after that, Damage Control came out as well during that and pissed and moaned and said they're gonna beat up. Looked like they're gonna square off against Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan, and then Liv ducked out to get the hell out of the ring and laughed, and Becky started getting the crap kicked out of her by Damage Control. Good, in a sense, which led to Lyra Valkyria coming out.
Okay.
To fight off Damage Control, which then led to Dakota Kai versus Lyra Valkyria.
And Lyra kind of won this out of nowhere with her finish.
Yeah, which did look very sloppy.
Nah, I wouldn't say it looked sloppy. It just like, I mean, it wasn't the cleanest looking, but that's.
No. But I could see this being a showcase, though, for at least as far as the women go, for Lyra Valkyria. I could see her possibly being the one that does win the Queen of the Ring. I just don't see anybody else winning it. And as far as the women's division goes, I just don't see anybody else winning it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like we have Baszler versus Zelina Vega next week.
No, it's at a live event.
Sorry, at a live event. My apologies. Yeah, I wasn't.
Same with Kofi Kingston, Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. So I just don't. Yeah, because then it's weird.
So before the main event, Judgment Day is in their clubhouse, and Dom brings in Carlito. And Damian brings up how a year ago to the day, Carlito cost him his big moment, Puerto Rico. Okay. Carlito came with a business proposal. Now, for context, before this, Damian was saying that JD McDonough was going to take care of Braun Strowman. I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
No.
I think Carlito's going to try and take out Braun Strowman. And in exchange, the Judgment Day may or may not help with the LWO.
This whole storyline with Carlito is just going nowhere in my books. It just doesn't go nowhere. To me, it does nothing for me at this point.
And nothing for me either.
Like, to be honest, the LWO wasn't like, okay, wasn't exciting. Wasn't really exciting in WCW anyway.
Yeah, I know. We've been over this.
Yeah. It was also Rey Mysterio's last time when he didn't wear a mask.
That's true.
So.
But one thing that does do it for me is Sheamus and Gunther.
Oh yeah,
now, great. Yeah, great match.
Before we get to it, though, to all those people out there who were complaining last week about Sheamus and his gut, looks pretty gone now.
Yeah, I think it's been protein shake after protein shake after protein shake.
Oh yeah,
Anyways,
a lot of cardio.
um, yeah, so about halfway through this match, Ludwig Kaiser decides to get involved, drop kicks. Sheamus tied up in the ropes in the knee, but the ref kicks him out.
He's
And
he's such a shit.
and he went, they went another like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Sheamus got really close, but eventually Gunther made him tap out to the single leg grab. And I don't remember the last time I saw Sheamus tap out. So
And to be honest, Sheamus's chest wasn't as red as it was the last time at Clash of the Castle, but it was pretty bloody red.
that's because this match was like half the length.
Yeah. It was good though, man. Good match. So really good thing.
Overall, what'd you think of everything?
Very wrestling heavy episode of Raw,
You're gonna with the King of the Ring.
which is good, right? I just not saying I don't like the storyline stuff. I love the storyline stuff.
Me too.
It was like a really good, um, good wrestling episode for where they were, and I liked how they mentioned too. I know it was CM Punk mentioned to how they were in Hartford on the same place where Gordie Howe played for the Hartford Whalers. Being a Canadian guy, hockey guys. It's cool to see. Or cool to hear actually. He paid attention to hockey too. CM Punk. It's nice. Nice to know that. Not just Blackhawks. Pays attention to hockey. What?
Yeah, as a fellow Hawks fan, I appreciate it.
Exactly. By the way,
what'd you think of
Bedard gonna win that
Calder?
Rookie of the
Yeah,
Year? Yeah.
he was hurt for like 6 weeks, and he's still gonna win the Calder.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Um,
By the way, Vegas got knocked out.
yeah, Vegas
I,
got knocked out.
well, my pick's gone.
Um, you want to talk about it?
Not really. There's no point talking about it because, like, it's the same old song and dance with the Leafs.
Have Have you
Four
done your
times.
Have you done your mourning?
I never mourned to begin with.
Can't mourn what you don't have, I suppose.
I don't get excited for this team unless they make the Eastern Conference Final. I've seen them do everything else.
Which by the way has not happened since 2002.
Yeah, I don't get excited until they get the Eastern Conference Final anymore. There's no point. It's just there's no point. Everybody else who like Leafs fan, no offense to you guys who are Leaf fans out there too. I get it, right? The Canucks, I was in like I like the Canucks too, right?
Okay.
I'm looking forward to see that Edmonton Vancouver series. Looking
Yeah.
forward to that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm hoping if the Canucks make the final again this time, they don't try to, and if they lose in the finals again, they don't burn their city down this time because I won't be there this time to see it.
You just want to be in the chaos.
I was there in the chaos.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You just want to be in the
Not that I
chaos.
was doing anything bad, but I was just like, I was there in the chaos. Right? It's a lot of fun, especially when you get tear gas twice. But yeah, like I don't get like with the Leafs, to me, it's just let's you're the Eastern Conference Final. Stop getting excited for this team until they make the Eastern Conference Final.
Tune in Friday morning. Apparently they moved their um end of season availability to Friday
Yeah, apparently
instead of Thursday morning.
I thought it was today.
Oh yeah, it was supposed to be today. Now it's Friday.
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of there's a lot of things.
It's something about a new CEO at MLSE.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna be but anyway, Raw was good. I liked it. I enjoyed Raw.
wow, that was a really long-winded answer.
Oh, I know you're trying to get me out of it, so I'm just say it. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Yeah, I thought Backlash was great. I thought Raw was good.
I'm looking forward to SmackDown because I want to see what they say about Tanga Loa.
Yeah, I'm interested in the progression with the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Um,
Even with Roman Reigns not there, that's still the best story going in wrestling right now.
Ooh, I don't know. I think this new Tony Khan versus the Elite one might.
That's pretty good, actually. Well, this Wednesday, let's see about this Wednesday. Might be a solo one for Andrew, might be a double one with Andrew and Doug. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see if my voice is not completely gone by then.
We're gonna see what time we get this thing done out on possibly Wednesday. So,
Yeah.
because Andrew works all day, we're gonna find out anyway if we can. But
All right.
no, as far as hockey goes, though, right now that Oilers Canucks series is gonna be a banger. Boston probably will get murdered by Florida. I mean, to be honest, like,
They were winning.
there's another thing too. All the Leaf fans out there, guys, if they would have got past Boston, they're playing Florida. What happened last year? Jesus, get over it.
Bruins won tonight 5-1.
Really?
I don't think Florida's the powerhouse we think they are.
Hmm.
Florida's fraud.
Wow.
But I do believe in the Rangers. I think the Rangers will be my pick.
Well, last time the Rangers won the Cup was '94.
The Rangers are my pick.
It's a good pick right now.
My
Right
beginning
now,
of my
the
beginning of
West-
the season pick is still alive though.
Oilers.
Yeah.
That Vancouver series, does that start tonight or tomorrow? Tomorrow, right?
I think it starts tomorrow.
I think it starts tomorrow too.
Yeah.
I think it starts
Anyway.
tomorrow. I know I'll be able to watch that tomorrow, actually. I'll be watching, yeah. Yeah, no, it doesn't. That series doesn't start till Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
So at Vancouver. So
Nice.
that's gonna be a bloody bloodbath. Especially now that like both teams are good, very good again. Both very good. It's gonna be a bloody bloodbath. McDavid,
Anything else?
uh no, I think I'm good.
All
Hold on,
right.
well,
Allow me.
Jay stink. Not as
I
bad as the White Sox.
I don't have the energy to get into that.
No, we'll get into it another day.
On that note, my busted ass voice is gonna take us home.
Take me home.
Country roads.
Yeah.
All right.
While the cat licks herself.
Go follow us over on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your uncle. Tell your mother.
Yeah. EA Wrestling Podcast. We are over on Instagram at DA Sports Podcast. DA Sports Pod on X. Andrew at 8% 1982 on Instagram. I've said it so many times, I don't know why I fucked it up.
Yeah, that's all right.
Andrew at DA Sports on TikTok. I'm D-Lines 1991. I'm gonna go get some rest. You guys take it easy.
TKO tomorrow's gonna open up at $100.
Good job, you're rich.
No, I'm not rich, but it's good for Andrew. He decides to cash out. Actually, I just got some ideas what you want to do right now. But anyway,
Until
everybody else, have a great night. Go
until
Canucks.
next time.
Have a go, everybody. Go Canucks. Peace out. Later, dudes.